Jay, did you get that Atom?
Oh well, that's what I want to talk about that.
I like
the Atom 2.
that. Yeah,
Atom 2.
Roll.
I literally just went on the App Store today for the first time, probably like a month, and I was like, oh, they got a new joint.
I peeped it last week. I hit Jay. Like this reads like this just says Jay Bouger all over it.
Yeah. You gotta put this on, bro, because I want to see if it's gonna be another app that I'm gonna just skip over.
I was like, Jay, this reads you, and he was like, I already bought it.
Jay's in space on that stuff. I'm not in space. Jay's a synthesizer. He's about in the year 4000 right now on synthesizers, yo. You get a lesson from him. I know he knows all the ins and outs on everything.
Hell yeah.
So I might just turn into another love letter because I want to talk about two things. Like one thing real quick, and then definitely Adam, and then basically just do some stuff on that.
The floor is all yours, brother.
All right. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, because for the next love letter, talk about two things. So what I've been doing lately with the setup, for those who don't really notice, and I'll probably make a video of it, is I've been doing this new thing. Like, so I'm gonna show this right here. So for those who are not viewing this stuff right here, this is called WIDI Master. So what this does is basically
you got a WIDI joint?
Yeah, that's hot. So, I heard about that.
Yeah, so WIDI Master, I got this hooked up to my my Launchpad Pro through the MIDI out, and basically, so like I said, the XME Air piano joints that everyone got, it makes Launchpad Pro work just like it is just so absolutely amazing. Like, and they got them in like two different versions. So they got the WIDI Master, they just came out with WIDI Jack, and then they got a new fundraiser. They're coming out with this one thing where it's like a 4-in-1 WIDI pass through, which I think you can hook up like different devices to it, and then it'll just be at the one signal that you can go and take it to wherever anywhere that you want to go. Like it's something pretty dope. Damn, so like if they get that, then I can ultimately, instead of just using this for the Pro, I can use it for the other ones that don't have the MIDI ins and out pins. But this is just so absolutely amazing. So what I do now is like I just go the old school way. Like I just have some earbuds, put it in my headphone jack to my old Pro, and then just hook this up and put it up to like a power bank, and then I can just do stuff wireless. Like one Tuesday, I showed this one dude. Well, matter of fact, here I literally walked outside of the bar, and I was still just pushing buttons on the launch pad, and the beat was still going. And that dude was just like, "What the hell?" And it's like, yeah, man, this is the 21st century. That's what we do. And like, he was just so thrown off that I was doing all this stuff on the iPad. And he's like he gave me his like information and stuff like it. That's either here or there. That's like the first part of the love letter. I'm just showing y'all that that this stuff is possible if you have it. So if you have like a Launchpad Pro, then you got which has the like the other part comes with it. The only thing you got to do is get the WIDI Master. WIDI Master is like run $60. You can also get WIDI Jack. It's the same thing, and I think that actually fits better onto whatever type of parameter that you got. So now the next thing we're going to talk about is Adam. Can
I just ask you one question real quick?
Oh yeah.
So you said you got your earbuds in. You don't get any delay?
No, I don't get. Nope.
That's dope. All right, that's all I wanted to know. That's dope.
That's fire.
Now, in the beginning, when I first got it, there was like a hell of a delay, but that was more or less because it was like the first, because you had to get the app, and through the app, that's where you update the different versions of it. So it was on like the basic version where it was just delay it was a delay hell. So then when I went and got the app, and I talked with the developer, and I also followed them on the Facebook group, and like they help out a whole lot. Like they said, hey, go in here, all right, and then put in this password. I put in this password, then it got a little bit better, but it was still a little bit of lagging. So then like a few weeks go by, I go in there and try it again, and then another update came in with both the app and then the update. And so I put that update in, and then the thing, it just works flawlessly. It's like before then I thought the only way you can get that was through like 2 devices or 3 devices. Their keyboard that they got, the Morph and the Roly stuff. But with this, like you can put anything on there and it just works. Anything that has itty bitty ins out, whether it be the 5 points or the pins that have the pin adapter, it just works flawlessly. It's like it's just absolutely amazing. Like I highly recommend it to anyone who has any, whether you have the 5-pin or you have that jack MIDI.
What about it?
Yeah.
Join right now, yeah. You got to sell right now. Tell them you get a referral, something. You made one sale right now and put on my instrument.
Yeah, I was gonna get one for like the old samplers I got. You know what I mean? Because they all got the old 5-pin MIDI. You know, and I mean I got the USB to 5-pin, but sometimes it's like, damn, I gotta reach around, like put this joint in. I gotta get the flashlight to make sure if I could just put this joint and just leave it, like I ain't mad at that. Yo, you gotta charge it or like how often, like how long does it? Because I know it can't possibly just be like some shit that just work all the time. Like how you charge it?
Oh, so
just with USB or something?
No, that's a good thing. It turns on, it stays on. It like as long as you have something that's powering it, it'll turn on and stay on.
Oh, so
how does it get power though?
from...
Like the MIDI one, you can't. MIDI doesn't send power. So how do you use a MIDI 5-pin
You plug
jack?
that to the iPad?
Oh no, I put this to the Launchpad Pro. So Launchpad Pro has the MIDI pins in and out, and so as long as I got that's why I got just a dedicated battery pack for the Launchpad Pro. So I can literally, I mean, yeah, it's gonna look janky while having this, battery pack in my back pocket walking around, but that's the thing, I could do that, or I can, like I said, just go far away and just do whatever the case may be. Now, I have one of the Focusrite's Scarletts, and they have one of those in the back where I could just plug it back there. It says that can get powered, it'll automatically turn on. And then one of the cool things is like if you have two of them, you can have one be the main source. I mean the brains, and the other ones could be like the remote sources. So the remote will go to the brain, and the brain. So like if you had something going to like an audio interface and you had a whole bunch of them, the one that's going to audio interface could be the brain, then the other ones could be peripherals, and then they can just talk to them from there. So you can get multiple devices going through one audio interface for MIDI.
That's dope.
Gotcha.
It is crazy, yeah.
And wirelessly too. That's the dope part to me, like the wireless part,
Hell yeah.
Like I said, if you got the pins, then just get the jack. But if you got the 5-pin, then get the WIDI Master. But if you got just the one headphone jack style MIDI pin, then I'd recommend get the WIDI jack, because I think that one works better.
Good to know.
Dopeness. That's dope. Cause you put
they work good on the NTS. The Korg NTS got the WIDI.
Man, I tried to get a MIDI jack for the NTS, man, and like you got to make sure it's like a particular type,
the right one,
polarity or something like that.
Yeah, type A.
Cause I bought one.
Yeah,
I bought one and the joint did not work, but I had
one's A and one's B.
Yeah, but it didn't tell you. It didn't tell you that on like Amazon or whatever. So I'm like, oh, it's just an 1/8 inch to MIDI, so I just get it. And like I had it and didn't open it for like who knows how long, and then only to plug it in to find out. I'm like, yo, why it's not sitting MIDI? I'm thinking something wrong with my system. Like, no, it just ain't the right one. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, I'll do MIDI via USB over for this, like from now on. Like, you know what I mean? Like now I just have a jack that I can't do nothing with. It was only $5 though, so I ain't that bad.
A vocal or something like that to use it in the future. You find something to use it.
Yeah, I probably throw shit out, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I needed it though, because like I was running that NTS from the MPC, and the MPC it could do USB MIDI. Actually, it could have done it. I could have done it. I was tripping on that, but I wanted it to be like regular MIDI. Like if I did it for my 2000. That's what it was. I used it from the MPC 2000 too. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. What's Adam? Jay.
All right, before I get to Adam, I gotta do a little backtracking on it, because before Adam, like I'm just gonna tell you right now, Adam is pretty much a game changer. It's like in my honest opinion, it's like an early running for App of the Year for what it can do. And the thing about it, we're talking about just really a piano roll. But like piano rolls, when it comes to piano rolls in iOS, it's hard to come by, because they're one way or another, they're kind of hit or miss. Like, if anyone remember back in the days, genome sequencer? So at that time, I thought genome sequencer was going to be the end all be all, because it's like they had so much stuff you can do, automate your CC controls and stuff like that. But it was just janky and laggy, so I never got it to work. I mean, I always wanted to work, and it was getting there, but then it was like, well, it was just kind of this was like way before AUM was even thought of. Like, and it was still before IEA was even thought of. So it was like, whatever the case may be. But like before Atom 2 came out, like in my honest opinion, I believe the best piano roll pre Atom 2 was Nano Studio 2. And here's why. Nano Studio 2 was one of those piano rolls where, yeah, you can go in there and touch the screen, but when it comes to like moving your notes up and down, left and right, it actually had its own dedicated, sliders below and off to the side, so you could still see what you're doing onto the screen. And the one cool thing that I liked about that was Nano Studio wasn't the only one that was using that type of style. Beatmaker 2 did that. That's why I fell in love with Beatmaker 2. But it's like, yo, hey, it does exactly like the whole piano roll of Nano Studio. And so I just vibed with it like instantly. So then when the Beatmaker 3 kind of went away with that, I was like, whoa, well, all right, cool. We can, I can still work it and stuff like that. Then when Nano Studio 2 came out and it had the same thing what it used to, that's the main reason why I kind of still fall in love with it, because it just makes it so easy to just use it like that. And I think a lot of people issues for like, say, for those who aren't, musically like instrumentally playing performancely inclined is the piano roll. Because like on a lot of these dolls, some of the piano rolls are good. Or well, all the piano rolls that are on these current dolls on iOS, they all have some type of flaw to it. And it's like, if you can live with it and you're willing to go with the workaround, then you're good. But then there's some where it's just a deal breaker for a lot of folks. Like we can go with like say Aria Pro. Aria Pro, it has it, but it takes so long for it to respond, and then to pull on the stuff is kind of difficult. I mean, for one thing, the saving grace with all of these piano rolls is having mouse support. If mouse support wouldn't exist, a lot of these piano rolls would be even more difficult to use than what they're in right now. Like think about it, like with Beatmaker 3, you don't even have to really touch the screen anymore. But now that you got a mouse, one of the hardest things to do on Beatmaker 3 was basically either, touch the edges with your finger or those little small little dots. Those small little dots when you try to like work the velocity or through automation.
Automation, horrible.
Especially when you get to the far left. You try to get to the far left and you try to do it with your finger, you're not going to be able to do it. It's even some.
You got to do automation live on BM3.
But yeah, like if you if you want to try to adjust, it's kind of hard to do without a mouse. But with the mouse, it just makes things a lot easier. And then lately a lot of dolls are doing more things with with MIDI learn. Like I still say the best MIDI learn doll is Beatmaker 3, because with MIDI Focus, it gives you everything. It's like, okay, you can use this to control that. And it's like, it's simple. And you just put it onto whatever type of control you got, and that's it. Now, of course, other option that other dolls use is the one with the keyboard control. So, Cubase's 3, they just finally did that. So that's going good. Another doll that's just implemented that in their own little way is Audio Evolution Mobile. Like they have like their own little way where it has a little keyboard shortcuts and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And it's like, so basically it's either you're going to use either your regular computer keyboard to have short MIDI shortcuts, or you're going to have it to where you go into MIDI learn. And when the long run, MIDI learn is kind of give you more flexibility, because from there you can, whatever type of MIDI control you got, you can have whatever you want, if whatever's that button or whatever's that pad, whatever fader or whatever knob. So like things like say, AUM and Drambo, like they do very, very well because you can just MIDI learn everything in there and go back. But the thing about AUM is more or less of a mixer, and you just got to throw everything in there. And the one thing that it was missing is pretty much a sequencer or piano roll. And then this is where we come into Atom 2. So I'm not gonna lie, I saw Atom 1 and I looked at it and it was like, it has some potential, but it's like a lot of the stuff I could do with Nano Studio 2. So I kind of just really paid no mind. But then Atom 2 came out, and oh my goodness, like that is like its piano roll pretty much just destroys anyone else's piano roll right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be surprised if someone like say, Apple or Steinberg go in there and call this dude like, yo, we're gonna pay you some money to, you know, implement this into our next DAW, or shoot, like, if Wave Machine Labs, they need to holler at this dude because like this guy right here, man, Victor, he knocked it out of the game. Like this thing
What
is so,
makes it the best piano roll in your opinion?
because there's like so much that you can do, like stuff that I didn't even think of. Like, okay, for example, the swing. So you can go into the swing and, you know, there's where you have, okay, you got the different types of, like, you know, your triplets or stuff like that. It got like quintuplets and septuplets swings, like,
Okay.
they got, and then you got something called infinite swing, which is like
That sounds
Lo-fi,
crazy.
The
Just
swing
the
of
first
it,
one, right?
stop. The swing
Right,
of it.
right.
yes, like he's talking about like you could this
Drunk
this
and
like
on
there's
crack.
much swing rope on this. It'll you know it'll whoever if I person will just get all tied up and be just stuck there forever, just tied up.
Yep.
With so much swing on there.
So it's obviously a MIDI. It works as a MIDI effect, right?
Yeah.
It does work in Beatmaker 3 because I like MIDI effects always kind of crazy for me in Beatmaker 3.
Now I haven't tried to get Beatmaker 3. I've
tried it. Okay.
I actually been trying to AUM because it was like this was like my first time actually be like, hey, let me start trying to like deep dive into AUM, and this is like the best thing to do it. So with what
It
I've
does
learned,
look real good now. I'm looking at it now. Yeah.
I was looking at some
bro.
of the features. Some of the features on there like are pretty dope. So I'm not
crazy.
like if it I like me personally like I would probably use this in like Cubase or something like that. You know what I mean? Because Cubase or like Nano Studio or whatever. Because that's you said you're using it AUM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have AUM or whatever.
So what I've been able to do lately is like some of the apps that we kind of like, you know, hey, it's all right, but it's like there ain't really no need for it because other apps can do it, or you can do it on one DAW. Now it kind of gives them a purpose. Like say how I kind of like, you know, like I was all hyped up with like EG Pulse and it's like, no, I don't really need it now. Now it's like, well, hey, this is a good way to put like say all your drum samples on there, and then you can use Atom 2 to play them, and then you can record them into through AUM, and then they'll just save into audio share, and then from there I could just switch them to the Beatmaker 3 and chop them up like that.
Yeah, I got a bunch of sound modules anyway that I need a sequencer for. So I got like the Rolling Nail, what's that? Sound Canvas. Yeah, Sound Canvas. And it's like a bunch of it's like general MIDI, but other sounds too. But I can't sequence it without, you know, I could use like something. At one point I was using the OPZ, but you know, I could use like DMaker or something. But it would be good to have just a regular sequencer just to run to it, and then just like how you say, just run it into just run the audio out, use it like a sampler, like make samples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing with it, like using it because I see like how it has all the different like how you can just switch stuff by key, even though like switching the key or something is like pretty easy, but it looked like you could switch it from major to minor.
Oh my god! Okay, so
that
me
is
just
dope.
So that is awesome. So what you can do, and that is like it, like all right. So one thing that I love about the Launchpad Pro is it has note mode. You go to different scales and stuff like that. It actually it does that too. Like you can go to like different. It can do major. It can do minor. It can do Japanese. It's like you can just go to there. And then the cool thing about it is you can put it into white keys mode. So what that would do is basically your minor scale would all be on the white keys. So you can touch the white keys. You just you can go. So but you can make instead of A minor, you can make it B minor or major, and it can be all white keys or different or blue, and you can just be all white keys.
It's transposed. It's basically changing. It's changing the note numbers of the MIDI controller. And I get you because not for nothing. Like they used to like the I think the Triton used to do that back in the day or something like that. Because I remember when I was in college. It was some keyboard like because I remember I was in college. I was playing bass. It was like my freshman year, and I wasn't that good like on jazz or whatever. And they was like, yo, can you play a 12-bar blues? I was like, yeah, I can only play it in B flat. And the piano player was like, I only know it in F. And so they was like, well, since he's trying out and you already made it, what we're gonna do is we just gonna transpose the actual keyboard. So they transposed the keyboard so that he physically played in F, but the sound came out in B flat, and I was like, oh. I didn't even know you do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, damn, I can just learn everything in one key and just transpose the keyboard. So, like, this one looks. That's crazy, right, bro?
No, that's my rap lesson. No, I learned that shit in like 90. All of my songs were in 2 keys, C major or A minor.
Yo.
Are you serious?
Yo.
Come on,
Yo,
man.
Brian.
Yeah, I use transpose for everything, man.
Yeah. Yo, crazy shit.
I play all the rest of the keys
Crazy,
like that.
crazy shit is the other day I was listening to what's his name? Kevin Gates album, right? Because like what I do like now is like when new albums come out, I don't know if it's new or whatever, but it was on my what's it called? iTunes or whatever the fuck they call it. It popped up, so I was like, oh, let me listen to it. So I put it on the headphones, turn the keyboard on, literally play. All I do whenever albums come out, I just play along with them because you know, like a lot of joints they have like 3 chords. Like the whole song.
That's how you learn how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best way too.
So like it was one joint came on. It was an A minor. Yo, bro, I damn near did a backflip. I was elbowing the keyboard. I was doing, you know how they be,
on that joint.
Yeah, you know how they be doing the thing where they do the glissando, they slide across the keys.
Just start doing behind the back joint, blindfolded. Do some crossover joints with under the legs.
I was also what's the dude, Buddy Holly, or what used to just
Jerry Lewis.
My neighbors was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? I know my neighbors was like, yo, here you go again, play this fucking piano. Play classical piano with trap beats. What the fuck is his problem?
He is in key.
Oh shit, you can do code in here too? Write scripts?
Okay, I'm gonna get to that, but I want to talk about another thing about like say with the scales. Not only can you do that, like say if you find one that you like, you can actually save it as a favorite. So you can just go into it, go, okay, what scale is already at the top, and just boom, you do like that. Like you can put them, you can map them to like I said, you map them to whites, you can map them to pads, like just doing that, it's just absolutely nuts.
So you get like 1-finger chords and all that?
Yeah, you probably do that.
I'm sure they got chords in this one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
they got
that too.
Like I said, I've been messing around with it. It's just so much stuff in there. It's like my head just is. That's why I got this new headband on, because it's like if I don't on there, it's just gonna just
keep it together. Try to hold it together, bro.
Yeah, man.
J1.
He's like, let me get prepared for the show real quick.
Oh man, and then the velocities. The mess with the velocities is also crazy, because it's like you can offset the velocity. You can do random velocity to where, I mean, it's kind of like your like FL Studio would do it, or something like that, where you do random velocities and stuff like that. And then it has this thing called velocity chaos, where you put it aside, like it just gets like the velocity just goes to like extremes. And like if you do like some you do some bit of piano or do some arping, like you can hear it. Like it just sounds so beautiful the way that it works. Like it's just. And then the cool thing about it is like a lot of this stuff you can like save one setting and you can keep on going. And then if you don't like it, you can just redo it back. But if it's something that you like and you want it to be a new setting, you can just push bake. But if you push bake, then it's more or less destructive. Which
I get it. It cooks it in. It cooks it in. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. That's cool that they use that word bake too.
Oh, so here's something cool that mpcpro do. I didn't even know. Like I said, there's just so much stuff in it. So you can actually, if you put the notes in the piano roll, you can actually flip them vertically, meaning whatever was on one, you can basically play that note in reverse, or you can flip them horizontally, where whatever the low note's going to be the high note, and the high note's going to be the low note.
So this sounds like the most detailed piano roll on iOS there is.
Now, there's only one thing that it doesn't have, and the only reason why it doesn't have, because I guess on the audio bus forum, they voted like, hey, go ahead and send this out now. Kind of like the same way with Nano Studio 2, but I'm not going to fault them on that because there's just so much other stuff you can do. Is it doesn't have automation for CC yet. But for everything else that it does have, it has like so much stuff that I didn't even think exists. Like you even have the thing where it has option called layers, where you can have multiple instances of it controlling different ones, and it kind of give you the ghost notes, like say FL Studio style. So you can be like, okay, this is what the key note is for. This is what like for one instrument is, and you can see, oh, that's what's going on, and you can just basically do counter melodies and other stuff like that. Like that makes it a whole lot easier because it gives you that FL Studio effect, and the SL Studio effect would just like.
Wait, I'm sorry, bro. I was the only one that just heard screaming in the back, right?
Oh yeah,
Jay, is that murder going on over there? I heard, I was like, all right, that ain't in my house. Nah, go ahead, bro.
But yeah, like it gives you basically like FL Studio option where you have the ghost prompts, or I think who else does that? Ableton does it something similar to it. Like all your major desktop DAWs has a different way to where you can just kind of see what's going on with your whole project with different lanes. And now you have to have the ability to do that now on iOS, which is pretty dope.
That's dope. Jay, I swear I'm not buying no more apps until I know you fuck with it, B. Like if it ain't Bouger approved.
That's why I told him.
That might stop there.
Yo, you need to get you need to get a stamp. Like this app. Boom. Nah, that's dope. That's dope. I think you see you might have sold me on this album joint because I'm looking at it like.
And then on to the part where we talk about the scripts. So with the scripts,
yeah.
So the scripts is cool. So what you can do is, and I ain't even got to it yet, but like first off, it did an update to where I can actually use it with my Launchpad Pro, and not only on top of that, they got way that you can use the script so I could actually change the behavior of what my Launchpad Pro does. So I could actually use that with Launchpad Pro and just make it just do like Ableton type stuff to where you hook it up to Ableton, and Ableton you can how you do some type of scripting with
macros. Yeah. That is crazy. MsLeD is crazy too.
So I'm really trying to dive deep into that. The only problem that I would run into is since I got it going through the Bluetooth, I don't think it's gonna work with that. I'm gonna have to like plug it in full on. So that means I have to change up my setup to where I have to go back to using the audio hub. But that's gonna be well worth it because I'll have that, I'll have the other Launchpad, and then I'll have the launch control. And if I can do script on those, well, I probably won't be able to do script on the launch control because like I said, they don't have automation yet. But as soon as they have automation on that and have automation to control other AUV3 effects, oh my goodness, like this is a one-stop shop. This is literally a one-stop shop to where you can just, and like I said, and then you don't have to like think it all too much. Only thing that you got to really do more or less is like, okay, get 2 synthesizers in there, get EG pulse, put your samples in there, and that's pretty much it.
Yo, the scripts, I assume that you can save them and export them, right?
Yeah. You can save the scripts. You can save this. You can save like another thing you can do with Atom is like it's the thing where it has step. So how it step in. So basically, you can put in everything, in the MIDI notes, and then when you play it, each time it goes to the end of whatever you loop, it's just going to step it to the right.
Yeah, that's like the OPZ does this stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, say it again.
Trigger. It's called trigger components. Yeah.
So like say if you put something on the you put one note on the 1, you put a different note on the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Once it gets past that loop, then whatever number 2 is going to be the one that's going to go next, but it's going to go into different type of time division as you said.
So the 2 goes into the 1 basically, and then the 3 goes to the 2, the 4 goes to the 3, and then you got a new note that goes to the 4, something like that.
Make it jump around private steps.
Yeah, basically jumping around. So it's like you play 4 notes, put 1 on each beat. And then like it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, but then the next time it go around, it go 2, 3, 4, 1, and then go around 3, 4.
Got you. That's similar to well not the same, but kind of similar to Fugue Machine. I don't know if you ever messed with Fugue Machine, but like I like these type of apps that do that, like that kind of like you can put some notes in and it'll just kind of mess with it. And I think this with Fugue Machine together, right synthesizers. Get you a nice little like cloud going there, Nice little sound.
Like that's what I'm saying. It's like I barely scratched the surface on this, and it's like I said, this is the sequencer that we all wanted for forever, and it's like right here. And then the thing about it is like it ain't fully done. Like there's also rumor that they might even make it to be able to record MPE. If it does that, then GeoShred, and you know what GeoShred and the Swams, you get that to record MPE through that, that's a wrap. You got samples.
Swam is so fire.
facts.
I played with the Swam this week. So fire.
Which one? The trumpet joint or?
They're big though. The size of them is just big, but they do sound super good. The acoustic bass is real good too.
Amazing.
Oh, they got acoustic bass joint? Wow.
Yeah, it sounds super good.
I don't got that one.
There's people like the instrument people play the Swams big time for the same reason.
That shit's amazing on the iPad.
Trumpet is good, like muted trumpet too.
Yeah,
I seen him. I seen what's his name? The dude, Tick to the Top on Instagram. He did a review on it. And the review was so good. Like I was like, nah, I'm going to get this. But then I forgot about it. I ain't gonna lie. But I like his review. Like I was like, nah, this
You know
Swam. Oh, Swam. Swam.
Yo, that shit is fire though.
You see Jay swimming? J1 swam.
Swam team. We the Swam team now.
Hey, the swim team. That's how I used to call my. That's how I used to call my PO33s. When I get them all synced up with the iPhone. And I was pressing play on the iPhone and everything was going. People was like, "How are you doing that?" Oh my god! I was like, "Bro, just dig in. It ain't that hard. Like, dig in, dig in."
So Adam too, huh, Jay? You gonna make me buy that shit?
Yeah, man. Then, $10.
And then what? There's more? Talk to us.
You know it's more. You know it's more.
Yeah.
I mean, and then like I say, if you got I know y'all got pencils, you can use a pencil and you can compose patterns through it. You can you can just it does a lot of stuff. The last thing you can do is you can use it as a clip launcher too. So it's like you can do Ableton clips. So it's like this thing.
That's exactly what I was about to talk about. I think that's fire. You could it's how it lets you save those clips. Like you gotta because I know I got some go-to rhythms I do for the piano because it's just my shit dang, you know what I mean? So I'm like, wait, I'm gonna save that as a favorite. I don't even gotta play it no more.
Yeah, that's fire.
Drag and drop.
Swiss Beats use all of his drums. Swiss Beats I'm use my pattern again. There you go. Hit that button.
So with that being said, I think I'm about to get this app.
I think I'm gonna get it too, though.
No, I think I'm gonna get it.
I'm not gonna get it yet. Is that an introductory price, or is that just gonna be the price? Do we know?
I think that's the price because the other one, the original one is $9.99. It just say $9.99.
Crazy? I don't even know what the original looks like or anything. My bad. I'm moving away from.
I was going to get the original a while back, but I was like, yo, you know what? I got Fugue Machine. And literally when I was going to get it was when they put Fugue Machine on the iPhone. And I was still moving around. I was like, a Fugue Machine on the iPhone. Get out of here, man.